The benefits of reflective practice. I would definitely say it is beneficial. I would agree with John Dewey, as quoted in the Solomon All Young. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, but I believe it should be pretty close to mine. So in the Young video where he quoted John Dewey as saying, we don't learn from experience. I think that's it. We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience. And I guess, after hearing that quote, I'm like, wow, that really is true. I mean, you could just go through life experiencing things, but if you never, look back on it and reflect, the word of the day, you're not really, getting much from it. So reflection is where that's where we just really learn is when we look back upon it and see the good, the bad, the ugly. What did we do? What mistakes did we make? How can we do it better? Or what did I do right? How can I keep doing that right? I think that's something we ask kids to do. We may not call it that, but we ask kids to do that all the time. When we talk about, you're learning from your mistakes, and that's absolutely true. You do learn from your mistakes, but it's because you sit and ponder about, well, how could I have done that better? How could I have not made that mistake? So I always thought of reflection. They always say that, and I always think, that sounds so kooky and new agey at first. I mean, when you're just hearing it the first time, sometimes I'm like, ugh, that sounds like so granola, tree hugger ish. Anyway, that was a bonus. The conditions of my school, as in Saving Grace, that article, I would say that the conditions in my school do influence and have influenced my teaching approach, the conditions in my school and the atmosphere, the climate, I guess you could say, currently is a really good one as far as in my building. I'd say though county-wide or system-wide, it doesn't. It doesn't feel as if they encourage much reflection. It's just shoved forward with whatever policies and edicts they have put out there. But I'd say inside my school, I would feel like reflecting is something that's encouraged, and if they had the power to, they would give us more time to do that. I do believe. Anyway, what teaching item do I reflect the most upon? I'd say one of them would be classroom management. Just because I always think, gosh, there's so many things I could do that better. Or I guess you're always questioning yourself, could you have done that better? I do feel like that's something, even within my building, that has in the last several years kind of like an attitude of, and I don't know if we're reading into it or if it really is there, like, when you've had a big disruption and had to call people in, or you've had to write some kid up, well, well, what happened to cause that? It's almost like, you know, like, what did you do to make that happen, to make that kid upset? Um, so I have reflected on that lately, but I think that makes me reflect more upon my classroom management. But I do think that is something I've always kind of felt like was a weakness. Um, just because, you see you see some teachers that are really good at it and they always have these excellent classes. I do feel like I am going way too long on this. Um, I do think reflection on what I do can positively impact the students because reflection, I'm going to see my strengths or my weaknesses and strive to improve those. And you can't improve upon anything that you don't perceive as a problem. Um, okay, that's it. Sorry.